thought that was a great win for our football team. To be down the way we were at halftime, 10-14, and the guys showed so much grit to be able to overcome 4 turnovers, have a chance to put it away a couple times down inside the tight red zone and come up empty. I thought the defense played phenomenal. Took it over with the 4-man line, allowed us to play some coverage in the back end, and then we made some plays on offense that allowed us to make more plays than they did. So I was really proud of our football team, our locker room, our coaches, and our trainers, and everybody that's in there.
David, there was a lot of self-inflicted adversity there early in the game, in those first few minutes. Why was it important for this team to overcome that, or show it could overcome that?
We were joking about it a little bit on the sideline with the turnovers last week and the turnovers the first half this week. Coach Parker and I felt like it was one big test from the man above, and there's a lot of guys who did respond in this team, and they showed a lot of grit. And they showed a lot of character. It showed about what we've done all summer, what we've done throughout the spring. And it was important for us to shut them out in the second half like our defense did. It was important for us going into Maryland next week.
Eddy and Evan, just if you could both speak to what worked today defensively.
Our bye week and this week has just been a huge emphasis just to get to the quarterback, and Coach Melvin really preaches that, and that's his expectation. So we really just been working on games and trying to get to him, and I think we executed pretty well today. And that's just my perspective on it.
Yeah, we really just got back to basics during practice. Just driving blockers back, getting off blocks, shedding the BFI, playing off there.
David, you guys practiced the 4-minute offense, obviously. Just talk about that last drive and what you're trying to accomplish, burning the clock then, and then the last play as well, and sort of what you saw in hitting Bryson down the field.
Yeah, without a doubt. We do that drill quite a bit. We do it all camp, and we did it a couple times first couple weeks of practice, and it's all about getting first downs and trying to end the game with the ball in our hands. We hit a big one, so he went ahead and popped it in. But if he wasn't as wide open as he was, I was just going to sit on it, run and try to get him to burn another timeout. But that's part of the game. We hit those. He did a great job scoring it. We hit those, and you're right. If you miss, you're wrong. I missed them on the same exact play in the first quarter, and it led to my turnover in the red zone.
This is for Coach. Aside from the obvious in terms of points before the half that you get from that big touchdown pass, what's the feeling like going to the locker room knowing that you made a play like that?
That gave us a huge lift. To be able to buy time the way he did, had pretty good protection, and gave him a chance. Blough goes up, and we always talk about making those 50-50 catches. Thought he did a great job going over top of the defender, making a play that just lifted our sidelines. And at halftime, there was tremendous energy in our locker room, and that's why I thought we came out well in the third quarter, played some good series on defense, and were able to move the ball down the field offensively. That was a huge play for us.
Markell, can you describe your game today? It seemed like the shoulder was bothering you a little bit, but you were toughing it out, persevering through that. Can you just describe how you felt out there today?
My shoulder felt 100%. Felt great. I think I was seeing it pretty well today. Guys up front did a really, really nice job making holes. I think you could have probably made a couple of plays out there. It was that easy. They were just doing a really heck of a job. I had a couple of turnovers, and that's something that we emphasize in my room especially. So that's something we have to address. I'm sure we'll address it in practice. But it's good to have those kinds of adversities and then see how like Coach mentioned, just how we fight through that. So I think we did pretty well offensively.
Just Markell, to follow up, were those balls punched out by the defenders, or?
The first one, he kind of just got lower than I did, and he just made a good play and put his helmet around the football. And I'll see a lot of people cutting me this year, and I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with him, give him a little something or whatever. So I'm gonna figure that out. The second one he did punch out. I didn't see him, I didn't feel him, and he just punched the ball out.
Darrell, obviously without film review, could you see what it was that this defense was doing to both stop the run and create more pressure that you guys had?
Our defense?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were penetrating. That was one of the things. We were penetrating, and I thought we eliminated gaps. And for the first time, I thought we did a really good job of keeping the edge and forcing the thing back into their help. And if you can do that with the guys that we have over there on defense, they're athletic, they're able to get off blocks, and you know, we talk all the time about keeping the cup and not tackling by yourself, having multiple guys in the cup.
Darrell, you had DeJuan back, you had Larkin back. I think DeJuan had 8 tackles and Austin made a sack. Impact makers on defense, how much more dangerous are you defensively with those guys back healthy?
Those two are good players for us. Obviously, you know, those are 2 starters for us. It's nice to have those guys back just for a confidence thing. You know, they're both still not 100%, but to have those guys on the field to be able to contribute to the win was big.
Darrell, there were a couple tense moments there at the end with them lining up for a 27-yard field goal. What were kind of your feelings as they were lining up for that, and then what was your reaction when you saw it go wide left?
I thought the defense did a great job on that series. It was 1st and goal at the 5. They knocked them back. And what came across my mind was we need a break. You know, we haven't had a whole lot of breaks, and we needed a break. And we got some pretty good pressure, and he yanked it. And that was a big, good feeling for us.
Markell, I know you were just in for that first play of that last drive, but can it be a confidence boost? You guys struggled, you know, in aspects throughout the game, but then to be able to seal it the way that you did, is that something you guys can take in the next game?
Yeah, I think at this point we have a lot of momentum, which is huge. The emphasis today was to protect Ross-Ade, and we did that today. We're looking forward to taking this momentum and bringing it on the road with us next week to Maryland.
For Evan and Eddie, you know, you guys were ranked last in the Big Ten last season and stopping the run, and it had been a problem for the first 2 weeks. Did you kind of look at this game with the team that was going to run the ball even more, even better, as some sort of challenge to that? I mean, you guys had to come out and sort of prove that you were better than that?
Yeah, we took a little personal. As a defense, when somebody tells you that you can't stop the run, that's just something that you take personal. Like I said before in practice, we just had an attitude that we're going to stop the run this week. We're going to keep them under the lowest amount of yards as possible. Came out and did that. Got a lot of pressure in the pass game as well. I think our guys came up with 5 sacks altogether. Just a great game.
Yeah, I kind of attribute to practice. We kind of just got back to the basics and technique. We pushed the sled around this whole week, so that's just, you know, knocking your man back and getting penetration, like Coach Hazell said. And yeah, we just got to keep doing that, and we should be able to eliminate the run.
Evan, and maybe you kind of spoke to this, but the importance of this performance for your defense going forward. I mean, what does this mean?
Yeah, it's huge confidence builder and a boost, and really just shows us what we're capable of. You know, I thought they had a lot that they could have thrown at us, and I thought that we prepared well and then executed well to what they threw at us. So it shows that we're capable of handling a large amount of, you know, whatever they want to throw at us, and we can handle it and defend it.
David, you talked about Donald's impact, the Angels' impact. Today, Bill Marshall has a huge game receiving-wise. Obviously, the long touchdown, but I think 4 or 5 catches today. Just another weapon for you guys, but what has he shown improvement-wise over the course of the season so far?
You know, every semester since I've been here, it seems like Blough's a guy who just always finds a way to make himself better. They get injured or something, and he finds himself behind somebody else on the depth chart. And, it was really special for him to, you know, and he might have even been a little emotional. It was cool, you know. That was a big time catch. I mean, that's a big time. That was probably the play of the game for our offense for sure. And he goes up and makes a great grab for us and kind of ignited our offense. We knew we had things going for us. We kept shooting ourselves in the foot. Turnovers, but man, we knew we had guys like that in that room, and that was his job, and he made that one, and it was big for us.
Darrell, going into this game, getting off the field and 3rd down had to be a concern for you guys. Nevada started off the game 5 for 5 on 3rd downs. Just tell us what kind of made a difference towards the last 2/3 of the game.
You know, the most thing I was concerned about, even more so the 3rd down going into this game, was number 20. We watched film of him for the last, first 3 games, and last year he was an explosive back coming in here. And I was concerned more so about him than 3rd down. But I thought, to answer your question, again, I think if we can pressure with those 4 guys up front, that'll help you because you can get guys in the zones. We can match up underneath with coverage and play some help coverage over the top. But I thought we gave up a couple quick outs to the number 3 receiver early in the game to allow them to convert, which you're not going to stop all those. It's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 3. But then we got into longer yardage situations, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10, and those are hard to make.
Darrell, I know you like to look at the film first, but can you give us an initial impression on the offensive line with 2 new guys and they're off the edges, how you thought they performed, and then also maybe an update on what you think about McCann and Patterson and how long they might be out?
Yeah, I thought the offensive line did a really nice job. You know, for 2 guys out there, Serm's obviously been out there before, but Jalen has never been out there. I thought he did a good job. He got the 1 holding call. He tried to explain it to me, but I didn't want to hear it. But I thought they did a good job really pounding those guys inside, wore them down. You could see those guys, they started hanging their heads late in the 3rd and 4th quarter. In terms of Matt, we still don't know where the injury is. He rolled his ankle on Wednesday or Thursday, and then we'll just wait to see what happens with Martise here in the next couple of days.
Markell, you guys have talked a lot about how fast Brian Laker-Johnson was, and we've seen it in practice and games. Did you see something else from him today?
Yeah, he just has an extra step. He's a very special guy. He's going to be really good for us. This year he's done a really good job. He had a really nice kick return earlier, and he's just the guy that he's just trying to find his way right now. And I think that whenever you are fast as like he is, you can make a mistake but do it fast, and it's not going to look like a mistake on film. So he's the type of guy that he's still learning. Young guy, really fast. Gonna be fun to watch.
Take 1 or 2 more.
Darrell, you said you had different energy coming out of the locker room, but did that carry over to you? I don't believe we've seen you this animated on the sideline, especially in the second half.
Well, you know, I was a little emotional on the sideline, to be honest with you. Just felt like, you know, you're always trudging uphill, and these guys have worked so hard, and I was just glad to see us be able to overcome those things, and that's probably where the animation came from.
Last one right here. David, I just saw. Oh, sorry.
Just a couple of big returns. They missed the field goal. You made your only field goal. Obviously, you guys won the special teams battle today, which you struggled with against Cincinnati. Just how big of a deal was that for you guys?
Well, you talk about 2 impact plays of the game, Mark. And we didn't score off the first kickoff, but we were able to take it down inside the 10-yard line on we doubled. Can't tell you what we did, but we ran a return to the right. Huge play, momentum play, again, energy play. And then Malik had a really good punt return that really sparked the sideline again. So those are huge plays that field position, energy, just a lot of things that go right when you do those things.
Dave, just quickly, I asked Markell earlier, I saw you nodding your head just about confidence in that last drive after, you know, a couple of games here where the offense has turned the ball over a little bit. Do you take something from being able to execute the way you did late, sort of seal the game?
Yeah, without a doubt, and it starts up front, like he said, and they played fantastic all game, and I don't know. You can find the statistics for a team that's -4 and win and gets a win, and it's probably like 8% or 6% or something like that, and it just shows. It shows our offense had 466 yards offense, and last week we had 500, and the week before we had 500. This offense has some guys, and it starts up front, and they've done a great job for us, and throwing it, running it. You know, I think we've got a good balance there.
Thanks, everybody. Here's